We begin tonight with a story about something we don't normally cover here, but an awful lot of people in Williamsville are hurting tonight because of a suicide there.
A suicide involving a teenager who had been bullied. Well, it's not the first time it's happened, but we hope it might be the last if all parents and teens can watch this story tonight and open up the lines of communication.
Two parents from Williamsville say their son, Jamie Rodemeyer, took his own life, and they believe it happened because he was made fun of and bullied simply for who he was. Tonight, they have a message that they want everyone to hear about their son bullying and the effects that it can have on its victims.
We begin with Two on Your Side's Josh Booth, who has their story tonight.
I never understood how a parent can get on the news or something and talk about losing a child, as it's a parent's worst nightmare.
But Tracy and Tim Rodemeyer say they're speaking out to help others avoid the nightmare that they're going through now. They say early Monday morning, their son, 14-year-old Jamie, was found dead after an apparent suicide. He left no note, they say, but was bullied for years in middle school. Jamie even talked about it on a video he made on YouTube in May.
People would just constantly send me hate, telling me that gay people go to hell.
It was a constant taunting, the same people over and over.
It got so bad, the parents went to the school about it. Tracy and Tim say the school tried to stop it and succeeded at times. Jamie also went through counseling and learned to deal with it better. But it was tough. The bullies were mean.
People would say, you're like a girl or whatever, and then even some of them would say, what are you, gay, and that kind of stuff. And he did not like when he was, being called those things.
Tracy says Jamie questioned his sexuality, and they talked about it openly as a family. And for the last year, they say, he was doing well. He just started high school at Williamsville North 3 weeks ago, and they say he loved it.
He was saying how great school is going, how happy he was.
His grades were great. No indication that he was, in pain.
But Jamie's friends shined a different light on the situation after his death.
They seen that the bullying was still happening, but Jamie was handling it well. Nothing that anybody was concerned on.
Do you think it just got to the point where he just couldn't handle it anymore?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what happened. He fooled everybody. He put on a brave face that I wish he would have.
And their message for other parents:
they have to teach their children to stand up for themselves and their friends and stop the bullies from bullying people.
And it took him away from our family way too early, and we're just convinced that he had a purpose on this planet, and it was to touch as many people as he could.
Because he too was touched by someone, Lady Gaga. He made this collage of himself at different stages in his life with Lady Gaga in the background. They say he embraced her theme of acceptance and equality. Tracy and Tim think Jamie was put here to show people that being different is okay and that bullying is wrong, and perhaps more of a problem than many of us realize.
I think that was my son's number one mission in life. Why he was put here a short time was to get that point out. And if it means I have to carry it on for him, I will.
Yeah, the mom says that is her mission right now. Now, this no hate logo behind me here is the Facebook profile picture for a lot of Jamie's friends tonight online. This symbol has become a universal sign for equality. It initially began advocating for same-sex marriage in California. As for this, Amherst police are investigating the exact cause of Jamie's death. They would not comment tonight. Williamsville Central Schools did send a letter home to parents explaining what happened, and grief counselors were on campus today. And Scott and Mary Alice, they will likely be on the campus there tomorrow as well.
What a sad story. Boy, we really appreciate their parents coming out and talking about this also.
It's brave of them. It's so heartbreaking. We can't begin to imagine what they're going through right now, but very generous of them to do that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks.
Well, as Josh's report just showed, bullying is a serious problem. However, what happened this weekend in Williamsville is not the answer when it comes to dealing with it.
There are people out there, parents, friends, and teachers that you can talk to. There are also plenty of professional groups out there that specifically deal with bullying. One of them is Crisis Services. They have trained counselors available 24 hours a day that can talk. Their number is 716-834-3131. Again, that's 716-834-3131.
And there's also a National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number is 1-800-273-TALK. I'll say it again, 1-800-273-TALK.
You can also find these numbers and links to other prevention websites by logging on to WGRZ.com, and you can do that right now. And parents, please talk to your kids tonight and reach out for help. How nice would it be if we never had to hear about this kind of story ever again?